Quest presents an unabridged recording of The Healer's Secret by Helen Pryke, narrated by Deirdra Whelan. Tuscany, April 1349. The world was dark and still. The birds and insects asleep, resting in the final moments before dawn, when they would fill the air once more with their chaotic sounds and incessant movement. Agnes slipped quietly out of the cottage, taking care not to wake the rest of the household. She made her way down through the garden, the dew on the grass soaking her thin slippers, sending cold chills up her feet. She pulled her cape tighter and opened the gate to the fenced-off piece of ground that was her own private space. Stepping inside, she breathed in the rich aroma of freshly dug earth. She'd planted the last herbs the day before, and now her garden was complete. When Agnes had proudly shown it to her husband, she'd enjoyed seeing the look of amazement on his face as he'd gazed upon the work she'd done. From the beginning, he'd insisted she get the gardeners to do everything, telling her it wasn't work for a noblewoman. She'd let them plant the hedge and the large fruit trees, but she hadn't trusted anyone else with her precious herbs. "What on earth?" he cried out as an insect flew near them, wings vibrating with a low hum. "It's only a dragonfly," she'd replied, laughing. "It's full of them here, look." He'd stared in wonder as he saw the insects on every plant and bush, their brightly coloured bodies shining like jewels in the sun. "I'm going to call this place the Dragonfly Grove. What do you think?" Agnes had chewed her nail as she waited for his answer, needing his benediction. "I think it's perfect," he'd replied, putting an arm around her. She'd looked down at the baby in her arms, held in a sling across her body, so that she was free to move. "Now she's sleeping," she said softly. "Not like last night." "She's got a right pair of lungs, hasn't she?" Riccardo had grumbled, rubbing a hand across his face. "Thank goodness we don't live up at the main house. My parents would have thrown us out." Agnes smiled at the memory, glad her daughter had passed a quieter night, and they'd all managed to get some sleep. She moved quickly through the garden, having no need of light as she walked among the plants and picked the ingredients she required. She murmured an apology each time before she removed the leaves, caressing the plant before going on to the next one. Back at the cottage, Agnes stirred up the ashes in the grate so she could start boiling the leaves. Young Matteo's wound was serious, and she needed to prepare the herbs for his poultice. They had brought the boy to her a few days earlier.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?